husband, Mark Allen. He's president of Chaplain Ministries International. This is being sent to Melitopol, Ukraine, to the fire departments there. And hopefully they will distribute it to some of the other departments in that area.
And have you done this before?
We've done this in Peru, 2 shipments to Peru, one in Chincha, Peru, one in Iquitos, Peru. And in Moldova, that was, how many years ago was that? Quite a few. Yeah, that was in 2007. 2018, we sent some equipment to Melitopol.
Yeah.
Also. Mark's background is in EMS. He was a paramedic in the Twin City area for 30 years.
Okay.
We went into ministry with Chaplain Ministries, started this ministry up, and we go to second and third world countries, training evangelical pastors to be chaplains in the EMS services. Yeah, in the local first responder services.
Yeah.
So many of the countries ask for, we weren't doing distribution like this, but many of the countries will ask, can you get us fire equipment? And we've always said no, because we didn't want to get into that area. And then just in the last couple years, we decided, well, okay. And our chaplains in those areas, especially in Peru, he's been able to get into the firefighter families, and we've been able to send this, which is just opening more doors to evangelism.
Now, where did all the gear come from?
From all over Minnesota and Wisconsin.
The different fire departments in Minnesota and Wisconsin, they when they get new fire equipment, they cannot give their old fire equipment to any other stations within the United States. So it either goes into the landfill, or they can donate it to leave the country.
It's a FEMA rule.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
It's from FEMA.
Every 10 years.
So we just try and put the word out to these fire stations. If you have any gear, we can use it.
So how is it leaving here? Is a UPS coming to take it?
Yeah.
No, I arranged for a shipper in a 20-foot container to come load it on Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday there's going to be we have a local shipper, and they will come and pick these boxes up. We will finish packing them. They're going to be fully wrapped, and then they'll come on Tuesday and they get loaded into the 20-foot container. And they will literally drive it down to one of the ports, and then it will be shipped out by boat. Turnout gear.
That's it.
Jackets, pants, gloves, helmets.
And some boots, right? We do have some boots.
Yeah.
But then other equipment that's going, we have some fire picks, some axes, of course the leg braces that you saw. What else is in there? Jaws of Life. Backboards are going. We have some saws. What else?
We're also singing and rebuild.
Oh yes. It's a rebuild kit they asked for their air compressor, correct? Their air compressor to fill their tanks, their breathing tanks, and they asked if we could get one. So we contacted the manufacturer, and they were able to give us somewhat of a deal on the price, so that's going with also.
Boy, wouldn't you love to see the faces of them when they open up that box?
They're waiting for this to come.
Well, I will.
Yes, he will, because he'll be going in September or October to, after this arrives to Ukraine.
Been able to travel because of the pandemic. I normally travel.
Yeah, 2-3 times a year he normally will travel to Peru or Ukraine or somewhere, but because of the pandemic we haven't been able to. So things are opening up. We are members here, and we have this big gym, and we got a semi-trailer that the ministry bought, which is over at the parsonage lot over there, and that's where we keep the equipment. When we get the equipment, we store it in there. And then our church has been gracious enough to say, yes, you can do that. Put that over there, it's fine. And then obviously to use the gym to pack this. So they've been very helpful in that respect.
It's not all the time a small church like this can give birth
Yeah.
to a ministry like this.
Hi, I'm Chris Allen. My husband Mark is president of Chaplain Ministries International. What we have been doing during the pandemic, since we couldn't travel out of the country and minister, Mark is also a woodworker when we are not traveling. So, in being a former paramedic, he decided, let's make memorials for police, fire, or EMS services here in the United States for those that have passed away in active duty or due to some illness. So that's what we started doing, and we started got together a bunch of other men that are woodworkers and started making these memorial plaques and donating them to the services that they are that someone has passed away from. And they have greatly appreciated that because as the emergency services, they're a family. And so they've greatly appreciated these. So it's just something that we can do here in the States to give back a little bit.
So Mark, did you carve this or did you use like a laser technique on that?
I built a CNC machine.
Oh, wow, impressive.
So I programmed it.
Yeah. Nice work.
And then we usually make the badge according to what their badges are in the in the stations.
How wonderful compared to just getting a certificate. I mean, this really has some class and depth to it.
And something they can hang in the station.
Yeah.
And it's for everybody that's there that knew the person.
Okay, so is Chaplain Ministries based out of here in Minnesota?
In Lindstrom.
Oh,
We're based out of Lindstrom.
okay.
And then, we go to so many different countries, it's a little hard to be in a country when you're traveling to different areas. We're not always on in Europe or sometimes you can be in Asia or South America, so it's easier to station in our home country and travel from here. And with the internet the way it is, we can minister with our chaplains that are in the other countries, have conversations with them and whatnot. This is the firefighting equipment that they use in Ukraine. Yes, there are many places that have similar that works from what we're sending, but this would be the jacket that some people in Ukraine are wearing to fight a fire. Basically canvas.
Oh dear.
Got some plastic over the back to keep the water off of
Oh
them.
my. And then,
This will be one of the helmets.
are all the volunteers here today, are they just fellow church members?
Yeah.
Some are not. And we just put a call a couple weeks ago if anybody wants to come, and we'll have somewhat of a packing party for the equipment that needs to go out.
Yeah.
And Mark and another man has done it themselves, which took them like 3-4 weeks for one load. And we thought, well, maybe we can get some people would be interested in helping. So we put the call out, and some people came, and they're helping, which is going to get done today instead of 2-3 weeks.
Yes. So you take like your trailer and then you drive around and pick up the
Just
stuff?
the trailer out here, not the...
Yeah, the little one.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So they're not driving it down to you, you have to
We go
go.
pick it up, yes.
So you put on a lot of miles in Minnesota, haven't you?
And Wisconsin up by, as far as up by, it wasn't Sheboygan, but it was close to Sheboygan.
And then come back to Milwaukee.
Yes, down by Milwaukee went too to get some stuff. So we can go all over. We are always looking for, we're getting older. And
No.
we need someone to take over someday, but we haven't, we keep looking and keep praying about it. We haven't found anybody to come alongside that we can teach what we're doing, because pretty much when we're done doing this, it's done unless we can find somebody to come alongside us that we can train, someone younger.
How do you choose your chaplains?
Well, they have to have a desire, because not everybody, they have to have a desire to want to reach people.
sometimes.
Yes, they have. We haven't looked for anybody.
Oh.
They've come to us as, God's brought them to us, and then, we talk to them. We have had some chaplains that have decided that, this isn't for me.
Yeah.
Because it's a hard group of people to work with, and when I'm saying that, your emergency service people, they've seen a lot of disaster. They've got a lot of,
Cynicism.
yes, and it goes around the world. Not only here, but around the world. They've seen a lot. So it's a hard group of people to talk to and minister to. And so some pastors will find that just hard to do. And so is finding the right person that is willing to go into their homes, because it's a problem all over the world. Alcoholism, drug abuse, domestic violence, it's all around the world. So it takes a special person to be a chaplain. If people know of anyone in the fire services, of their stations that have equipment, that if they're getting new equipment and they're getting rid of old equipment, or they have it in the corner of their station somewhere, it's unused, they can contact us and we will take it off their hands.
To our friends in Ukraine, God bless from Chaplain Ministries International.